Hello everybody, welcome to my class today. We were solving problems on definite integral by fundamental theorem of integral calculus. Let us continue with the problem 7. Integration 0 to a dx by under root ax minus x square. How do we solve this? First, consider the quadratic ax minus x square. Take minus common outside, you get x square minus x, then minus x square minus 2 into x into a by 2 plus a square by 4 minus a square by 4. Then you get x minus a by 2 whole square minus a square by 4. So finally you get a square by 4 minus x minus a by 2 whole square. So your integration becomes 0 to a dx by under root a by 2 whole square minus x minus a by 2 whole square. Now we have to make a substitution. Let us write again the step here. We finally get 0 to a dx by under root a by 2 whole square minus x minus a by 2 whole square. Now we have to make a substitution. For this, let x minus a by 2 equals to z. So your dx will be dz. Now we have to change the limit of variable x, z. Values of x were 0 to a. If you put 0 here, you get z equals to minus a by 2. If you put a here, you get z equals to a by 2. So your integration becomes minus a by 2 to a by 2. Here it is dz by under root a by 2 whole square minus z square. Now recall the formula. Here I am writing the formula. Integration dx by a square minus x square. This is sine inverse of x by a plus c. So here it will be sine inverse z by a by 2. Limits are minus a by 2 to a by 2. This is actually 2z by a. Put a by 2 here. So you get sine inverse of 2 by a into a by 2 minus sine inverse of 2 by a into minus a by 2. So this is sine inverse of 1 and this is sine inverse of minus 1. So this is pi by 2 and this is minus pi by 2. So finally you get pi as answer. Okay. Next, let us go to the next problem. This will be problem number 8. This is integration 1 by 4 to half. Integration 1 by 4 to half dx by under root x minus x square. So how do we solve this? Like the previous problem, let us first study this quadratic. Here I am writing x minus x square. Next I am taking minus common, so x square minus x. Then x square minus 2 into x into half plus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4, then these three terms becomes x minus half whole square. This is minus 1 by 4. So I get 1 by 4 minus x minus half whole square. So here I am writing that modified form, dx by under root 1 by 4 minus x minus half whole square. Now you have to substitute this as z. So let x minus half equals to z. This gives dx equals to dz. Now you have to change the limit. The values of x are 1 by 4 and half. So when x equals to 1 by 4, this becomes minus 1 by 4. 1 by 4 minus half is minus 1 by 4. And then half minus half is 0. So your changed limits are minus 1 by 4 to 0. This is dz under root, this is half whole square minus this is z square. Same formula. So we get sin inverse of z by half, that is 2z actually. Limits 1 minus 1 by 4 to 0. So first put 0 here, so sin inverse of 0. Then put minus 1 by 4 here, so it becomes sin inverse of 2 into minus 1 by 4. Sin inverse of 0 is 0 minus this is sin inverse of minus half. Minus sin inverse of minus half is minus pi by 6. So your answer is pi by 6. Okay. Problems are simple, but you have to do it with lot of patience. Otherwise, you will make some mistake here. Next, number 9. Zero to pi by 2 x sin x dx. Look, here you have to do by parts. So it's my suggestion, when in case of definite integral you have to do by parts, then first consider the corresponding indefinite integral. Okay, write in this way. Let us consider the corresponding indefinite integral. That is integration x sin x dx. Now solve it using by parts. So obviously here x is your first function, ax integration sin x dx minus integration second bracket derivative of first function, then integral of second function, then the whole integral. Integral of sin x is minus cos x, so this will become minus x cos x minus integration, this is 1, this is minus cos x, then dx. So you get minus x cos x, this become plus integration cos x dx. So here ultimately get minus x cos x plus sin x plus c. Here you have to write c because you have considered the indefinite integral here. Next, I have to write in this way. Therefore, the integral was integration 0 to pi by 2 x sin x dx is equals to, the indefinite integral obtained is minus x cos x plus sin x. Minus x cos x plus sin x. Now you have to put the limits. First pi by 2, so we get minus pi by 2 cos of pi by 2 plus sine of pi by 2. This is the upper limit part. Then put lower limit. This becomes 0. This becomes also 0. So this is 0. Sine pi by 2 is 1. So your answer is 1. Okay. Next. This was our 9th problem, so this will be 10th problem. Integration 0 to infinity dx by x square plus a square into x square plus b square. Okay. Zero to infinity. If you write in this way, x square plus a square minus x square plus b square in the numerator. So you have written here actually a square minus b square. So you have to write outside 1 by a square minus b square. And here it is x square plus a square into x square plus b square dx. All these tricks are discussed in indefinite integration. At the time of I am discussing on indefinite integral, then I have discussed all this trick there. Now 1 by a square minus b square integration 0 to infinity, this by this becomes 1 by x square plus b square minus 1 by x square plus a square dx. Next, when infinity is involved in the limit of integration, then you have to take limit in this way. 1 by a square minus b square integration 0 to epsilon, and now here write limit epsilon tends to infinity. 1 by x square plus b square minus 1 by x square plus a square dx. Now this becomes 1 by a square minus b square limit epsilon tends to infinity. Now do the integration. This will be 1 by b tan inverse of x by b. This is 1 by a tan inverse of x by a. The limits are 0 to epsilon. 1 by a square minus b square limit epsilon tends to infinity. First put epsilon here, so you get 1 by b tan inverse of epsilon by b minus 1 by a tan inverse of epsilon by a, and when put 0, both the terms are 0 plus 0. Now if we take epsilon tends to infinity, then epsilon by b also tends to infinity. So this becomes pi by 2. So this becomes 1 by b into pi by 2 minus this is 1 by a into pi by 2. Why? Because when epsilon tends to infinity, then tan inverse of epsilon by a tends to pi by 2. So ultimately we get 1 by b into minus 1 by a into pi by 2. So this becomes a minus b by ab into pi by 2. So finally your answer becomes pi into a minus b by twice ab. Oh, here I forgot to write this term 1 by a square minus b square outside. So by a square minus b square into 1 by a square minus b square. So this will be pi, only pi. In the numerator this will be only pi. In the denominator this will be twice ab into a plus b. This will be your answer. Next, number 11. this is 0 to 2 pi root over of 1 plus sine of x by 2 dx. So we can write 1 plus sine of x by 2 as 1 plus sine of 2 into x by 4, and we know 1 plus sine 2 theta is cos theta plus sine theta whole square. So here we can write cos of x by 4 plus sine of x by 4 whole square. So here I am writing 0 to 2 pi mod cos of x by 4 plus sine of x by 4 dx. We must take modulus sign here because root over of these always represent the positive quantity. So we have to first study its sign, then we can put the sign here. Now we can solve it in this way. Look, here x belongs to the interval of integration is 0 to 2 pi. That means 0 greater equals to x lesser equals to 2 pi. So if we divide by 4, you get 0 x by 4 lesser equals to pi by 2. So as x by 4 lies in the interval 0 to pi by 2, so both are positive. So their sum is positive. So ultimately you will get 0 to 2 pi cos of x by 4 plus sine of x by 4 dx. Now just do integral cos of x by 4. This will be sine of x by 4 by 1 by 4, that is 4 sine of x by 4. This will be minus 4 cos of x by 4. 0 to 2 pi. Take 4 common outside. Put 2 pi here, so this will become sine of pi by 2. Sine of pi by 2 is 1. Cos of pi by 2 is 0. Minus 0, 0, and then this is 1. So finally you get plus 1 plus 1 to 4 to the 8, your answer. So we have solved the problem. These are such typical problems that I have discussed here. You have to consider these steps in this way. So let us end our video here. In our next video I will come with some more problems. Till then, goodbye.